Welcome back to the channel. It is another day in the shop working on this LS, and I wanted to show what I was working on. As you see, I got some metal polish, bunch of mess, bunch of sandpaper laying around. So what we're trying to do is clean up these journals. Here's one that I haven't messed with. You can see the rod journals are actually in pretty good shape, but this one's been cleaned up. I don't know if the camera can capture that, but that is looking great. You look over here, here's another rod journal. You can kind of see they're a little ugly. Who would have thought that no oil pressure would have like done stuff to my crank? So the main journals are a lot rougher on this than anything else, but I want to show you this first one. If you look carefully, and I don't even know if the camera can see it, there are two tiny little lines, and when I drag my fingernail across it, I can't feel them. Those are visual. This one right here, I can feel some roughness in it. Maybe I can use a screwdriver. Pretty clean on that one. Here's the next one. One of these is gonna make some noise. I forget which one. Pretty clean on that one. Oh, that's a good one right there. You can hear that. Pretty clean. Pretty clean. That one's rough. So hear that noise versus you can kind of hear one of those little lines clicking, but there's no noise. So we are taking some 600 grit sandpaper strip, whatever size this is 1200. On the mains we're doing 600, and then we're doing 800, and then 1200 and 1500 and metal polish, and that equals that, which is acceptable. On the rods, since they're so much better, we're doing 600. We're starting at 800, 1500, 800 to 1200 to 1500. This one, I'll tell you straight up that I'm pretty sure that some of that ain't coming out, but we're probably going to start on that one at 600. By the looks of it, that might be the worst. The rest of these are actually looking pretty good. So as a reminder, this engine was ran probably a cumulative of 5 minutes without oil, and part of that time it was revved up to like 4,000 RPMs without oil pressure. Real good on the engine. But I'm gonna get to polishing this and trying to show you how I do this, because it requires 3 hands and I can't hold a camera already. So I'll show you how I polish it. It doesn't take that long. It's actually going pretty quick. So let me try to figure out a way to set this up so you guys can watch. All right. I made this joke before, but I'll stand by it. Like most things in life, you need to start off with some lube. I always tell people how motors are real reliable. You can really beat on them and they'll last a long time. This is one of those things I'm gonna kind of demonstrate. Some people might think that this camshaft is trash or they've never put it in their vehicle. I was half tempted just to throw bearings in it and call it good as is, but just because I had it out and I'm here, I might as well do a little bit more to it. But none of this in here worries me. None of it, not even the slightest. I wrap up the journal with electrical tape around the sandpaper. I also make sure that there's a little extra slack in it. Otherwise, it will try to bind up. And then I have this big old fat shoelace. Now this big old fat shoelace, I wrap it around twice. And as you can already hear, it wants to do some cutting. I spray it with WD-40 on each side to try to get in around the outside edges. And then with that 600 grit, I just go up and around. And unfortunately, of course, since I'm recording, this one's binding up a little bit. Let's see, why is it binding? It definitely got tight, I don't know why. Cannot have it tight. So as you see, you just go back and forth, and it's being a little difficult on this one. There it goes. Gotta wear down the edges. And you gotta keep the tension on it because that puts pressure on the backside. Hope you get a good shot at this. Because I'm not gonna show you all of them because I don't want to put you all to sleep. You kind of want to listen to the noise. The noise diminishes. As the noise diminishes, that tells you that either you're running out of sandpaper, your sandpaper's clogged up, or it's getting smoother. Typically, in this case, it's getting smoother. So, we're done with that. In theory, at least. Let's see what 600 grit did for us. Also, on the other journals, I have not been able to tell that I've removed any material whatsoever. I took some measurements. They all came back right within spec. So that's what 600 did for us. Now if we take our screwdriver, it's not catching on anything. A little bit louder though, as you can hear by the noise difference. So, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna hit it with 800, 1200, 1500, and then we're gonna do the polish. And I'll come back after I finish all that. 3 journals compared to the rest of the crankshaft. And we're gonna get all that cleaned up on that too. So I'm gonna get to polishing and stop recording, stop talking to myself. It's hot, I'm sweating. It's like 110 in the shop and 100 outside. Definitely should probably turn on that big ass fan, is what I have before. But, you know, sometimes I ain't too smart. We'll see when I'm done with this. I'm getting no ideas, Jackie. As you guys can clearly tell, we already did a little bit on this one. It needs more, but I just wanted to see how rough the cylinders were, and it looks really good. These ones haven't been done. We're using a 240 grit stone, and then we're going to switch to a 400 grit dingleberry hone. I didn't get the angles quite right on this. See there, I got to move a little bit faster. As you see, the angles need to be more at a 45, and these are kind of a little lazy. So we'll clean these up. I only got about 15 seconds into that first, so I'm gonna hit it for another 15 and then 30 on the other two. Okay, let's go nice and slow. Let's see. Yeah, that's more at the 45. Okay. That one's done. I'm not gonna do any more grinding on that one. But we're gonna jump over to the next one here. Looking clean, very, very clean. That's enough. Do the other ones, and then I'll switch over to the dingleberry hone, and we'll see what a more final look would look like. I'm tired. It's nighttime. I should probably be in bed with my wife, but she's here at the shop with me. I'm assuming some guys would have a real hard time going fast like this and not letting it pop out of the hole. It takes some coordination here to be able to hold a rhythm like this and not let it pop out and go into the other cylinder. It's exhausting to do this for like 60 seconds. I can't imagine having to last any longer than that. Every now and then I hit bottom, you can hear that. I mean, I almost pop out, but I'm using a full stroke, you know what I mean? looking pretty good. You can still see a little bit of the scoring. That's what happens when you run sand through your fucking engine, dude. Never an ideal situation, but I can see it, but I can't feel it. Dingleberry. So this is, you know how grit starts off at 240? That's 240. This is 400. I always say, everything good in life starts with lube, and never shy from it. Lube's your friend. Go ahead and goo it all up. Get it all in the block. More the merrier. There's a bare spot right there. Okay. And then you just kind of ram and weave this thing down in there. Alright. Just like the other one. See how much easier this one is? If I go a little too deep or a little too far, it doesn't pop out or do anything weird. And I don't need that long on these. That multitasking, I can spray, ram, and weave at the same time. I don't need to go as long because all I'm trying to do is smooth the cylinders with this. The other one, I was making sure the cylinders were flat and trying to take out the edges. This one is just smoothing it. All right.
Look at that first.
There we go, that looks really good. I don't see any of the scoring anymore. That last little bit of sanding took the scoring out. Those look beautiful. Not as beautiful as you, my love. Oh, there's a little bit of score right there. But I will call that a success. Do that on the other side. And this will be one step closer. I'm not gonna bore you as I'm sweaty and look like shit. We're gonna do the same exact thing on the other side, and I'll show you when I'm done with the crank and I'm done with this and when I've had a shower. Thanks for watching. We'll definitely see you on the next one. Have a good night.
Good night.